This man drinks 100 kilograms of whiskey every day. Yet he feels no pleasure whatsoever. That's because a sensor on his head transmits all the pleasure directly to the brains of the wealthy, while he alone bears the physical toll of the alcohol. When the woman experienced this sensation for the first time, her body couldn't quite handle it, and she fainted on the spot from sheer bliss. A doctor rushed over to perform CPR, but was immediately stopped by the boss to ensure that confidential information wasn't leaked. The woman's company had injected a synthetic virus into the bloodstreams of its senior executives. The virus would be activated instantly upon exposure to an electric shock, but with the woman's life hanging in the balance, the boss had no choice but to temporarily deactivate the virus. Just as the woman was being wheeled into the elevator bound for the hospital, the doctor instantly removed the disguise inside the elevator. To everyone's surprise, another person was hiding there. The man then quickly extracted DNA from the woman's arm, and, before the elevator reached the first floor, successfully created a clone of her.
She's gone.
And just like that, the woman successfully switched jobs without anyone noticing. Aaron, who had devised this plan, earned his boss's approval and was promoted to the company's 35th floor. He finally had the authority to search for his missing girlfriend. Eagerly, he placed her photo on the data panel, and the computer quickly began a nationwide search. But his once innocent and pure girlfriend had been sold into an exclusive club, heavily made up. Aaron was stunned. He had clawed his way up from the slums to his current position, all for the sake of finding his girlfriend who had been missing for years. But the environment she now found herself in left him even more at a loss. He decided to go see her in person and get to the bottom of things. However, since only executives on the company's 40th floor could enter that high-end club, waiting for his boss to retire and for him to be promoted would likely take so long that his hair would turn gray. It seemed Aaron had no choice but to resort to some special measures. So he left the green zone and headed to the red zone, the slum district. After paying the driver $10, the motorcyclist took Aaron on a wild ride. In the blink of an eye, they arrived at the 80th floor of the target building. There, he purchased a special weapon. Pulling the trigger would cause anyone within a 10-meter radius to vomit. Wearing headphones would protect one from the special sonic stimulus. Soon, Aaron made his way to the boss's office. He quietly pulled the trigger from under the desk. The boss reacted instantly. Without a word, he rushed straight to the restroom. Aaron seized the opportunity to approach the boss's desk and turn on the computer. Then he pulled a pre-prepared DNA sample from his pocket. A drop of bright red blood was drawn into the device. The computer was successfully unlocked. Finally, he dragged the company's security files onto a USB drive. By the time the boss returned, Aaron had already finished everything. Soon, it was time to clock out. All employees lined up to go through security, but when it was Aaron's turn to approach the security guard, the alarm suddenly blared. It turned out that the boss's security checkpoint had triggered a security breach alert. Before the boss could even figure out what was happening, security personnel placed a hood over his head and escorted him to the interrogation room. Aaron's plan had succeeded. He secretly slipped the copied data into the boss's pocket. If the boss were fired, he would have the chance to take over his position.